The Google Pixel 8 and 8 Pro just got released and I had the chance to play around with both models here in New York, all thanks to Team Pixel for bringing me out. Google also just announced the Pixel Watch 2 and upgraded their Pixel Buds Pro, but in this video, we'll just be focusing on the Pixel 8s. Now just by looking at both of them, it's pretty obvious that Google kept that familiar Pixel look we all know and love, dating back to the Pixel 6. And I honestly don't mind this repetitiveness because it still looks fantastic and gives off a unique style that's very easy to recognize on the streets. So it's still got that camera bar on the back, the G logo right below it, the SIM slot tray, thank God, and of course that big beautiful screen with a centered hole punch. But they did modify a few aspects of the design. Starting with the back, the glass is a matte finish with a variety of different colored models to choose from. We still get an obsidian black model for both phones, but for the Pixel 8, we now have a hazel gray and rose pink. And for the Pixel 8 Pro, you can choose between a porcelain, which is a subtle gray yellow tone, or even a bay blue, which is my favorite. In person, that color definitely popped out the most. The Pixel 8 also got a bit smaller, dropping to 6.2 inches from the previous 6.3 inch display on the Pixel 7, which should make it a bit easier to use with one hand. The 8 Pro is still the same size though, with a large 6.7 inch display. What made me super happy though is that the 8 Pro's display is now flat instead of curved. I know that some of you prefer the curved screen, but I'm sorry, team flat display all the way. And the last big design change is that on both phones, the camera bar has a bigger surrounding pill which encases all the camera lenses, unlike the Pixel 7. It honestly looks nice, and if you haven't noticed, there's an additional sensor under the camera's flash of the Pixel 8 Pro, which is a thermometer. More on that later. When actually holding the phones, they felt really nice, and even though the displays are flat, Google still kept that rounded back to make it easy for my hands to maneuver around. Now, aside from looks and designs, there are a ton more changes that Google made with these new flagships. The biggest are found within the cameras and software, so let's start with those. Not sure if you knew this, but Google has had the same camera hardware for its main Pixel lineup ever since the Pixel 6. I mean, that's aside from a better telephoto sensor found on the Pixel 7 Pro. But now with the Pixel 8, all the cameras are getting some serious hardware upgrades, at least on the Pixel 8 Pro. For example, the primary camera on both phones now has a new 50 megapixel sensor that improves light sensitivity by 21%. So nighttime shooting should be a lot better. On the 8 Pro, it comes with an even bigger ultra wide with a better macro focus and an upgraded telephoto that can capture 56% more light and still has 5x optical zoom. And finally, we get some autofocus capability on the selfie camera, which is amazing. Things get really exciting though within the camera software. As you know, Google loves to include exclusive features that blows everyone's mind, and they've once again done that. They announced Best Take, which basically lets you swap people's faces within any group photos. That way, everyone looks their best, even if someone accidentally closes their eyes or moves their head. In the short time that I got to play around with it, it seemed to work relatively well too. Still, I can't wait to see how it functions in the real world. Another awesome feature is Audio Magic Eraser, which lets you remove unwanted background noise within your videos. It even takes it further by identifying different layers of sound and letting you reduce each one individually. It even works with all of your past videos, so now you'll be able to make them sound just the way you'd like. We also finally get Pro Controls, which allows you to take full control of the cameras, letting you adjust the ISO, shutter speed, manual focus, lens selection, and more. Plus, the Magic Editor feature that was announced back in Google I/O in May is coming to the Pixel 8. It allows you to reposition any objects in a photo, pinch to resize, and change the look of the sky to something a bit more inviting. It's really mind-blowing. But what I'm really looking forward to trying out is video recording on the Pixel 8, because they've been vastly improved thanks to a new feature called Video Boost. Basically, whenever you record at up to 4K with 30 FPS, Google has every frame in the video go through their HDR Plus image pipeline. And it uses the same algorithms that are used to improve those pixel photos to also improve your videos. So you know it's going to be good. In a video example that Google showed, you can see how it clearly balances out skin tones, provides way better dynamic range, and just gives the video a more vivid coloring and detail. But seeing it work in the real world is the real question, so I'm definitely going to be doing a ton of testing for you guys to see how well it actually works. On top of that, Video Boost comes with night sight video to let you record even better videos at night or in low light environments. This is definitely another camera feature that I'm pumped to try out because low light videography has never really been a strong suit on Pixel phones, or on most phones for that matter. Both Pixel 8 models now also come packed with the new Tensor G3, which Google claims brings major CPU and GPU improvements, and has 2 times as many machine learning models as the Pixel 6, which should improve a lot of the AI features on the phone. The displays also received some big improvements. The first is that they named their displays. The Pixel 8's display is now called the Actual Display, while the 8 Pro is called the Super Actual Display. And what's crazy about these screens is that they're a lot brighter now. The Pixel 8 now has a peak brightness of 2000 nits, which is 42% brighter than the Pixel 7, which is great. While the 8 Pro is even brighter at 2400 nits and has a variable refresh rate that can adjust from 1 to 120 Hz, so it should improve battery overall. On top of that, the base model Pixel 8 has gotten a higher refresh rate, jumping from 90 to 120 Hz, which I'm sure we can all agree is pretty awesome. And like I said, it's also getting a reduced screen size from 6.3 inches to 6.1. The Pro model is sticking to the same size as 6.7 inches, but it is getting a stronger Gorilla Glass Victus 2, both on the front and back glass. So unlike some other titanium phones out there that are somehow breaking pretty easily, the Pixel 8 Pro does seem a bit more promising. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. As for the battery, the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro got a slight bump in capacity. The Pixel 8 got a bigger bump than the Pro model, but I'm sure it's nothing that will cause the phone to last that much longer than the Pixel 7's. Charging also got a bit faster, but again, nothing that comes even close to how fast other Androids charge. They both now charge at up to 30 watts. Kind of disappointed about this since this was one of the few aspects that I didn't like about the Pixels, but on the bright side, we still get fast wireless charging and battery share. As for the software, this is another area where Google really shines, and this time around they didn't disappoint. It's obviously still coming with Android 14 out of the box, which includes a lot more customizable lock screen options, several battery optimizations, improved permissions, etc. I'll drop my full review of Android 14 in the cards if you haven't seen it already, but what I didn't see coming is that Google has increased their update commitment for the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro, promising 7 years of OS updates. Yeah, you heard that right, 7. So now it's not only the official Android phone to offer the best update commitment, but it's also right in line with Apple's update program. And as if that wasn't enough, there are some exclusive features that are only currently available on the Pixel 8 lineup. And you know Google, whenever they make exclusive software features for their phones, they take it above and beyond. For instance, on the Pixel 8 Pro, there's now a new thermometer sensor on the back of the camera bar that lets you measure the temperature of objects, such as how hot a coffee is, different materials, and more. Clear calling to automatically remove background noise when talking to someone on the phone. That one is really insane. Call screen has also been improved with a much more natural speaking voice. It's able to detect spam a lot better and can provide contextual replies so that you can have the Google Assistant respond to any appointments you have, drop off a package at the door, and more without you even needing to say a word. The 8 Pro is also the first phone to run Google's foundation models directly on device, so it can run generative AI with up to 150 times more computations than the Pixel 7. In other words, all those AI features are going to be vastly improved. Like Magic Eraser is going to be a lot more accurate. The Google Recorder app will transcribe your voice a lot better and even let you summarize your voice recordings. You'll have better auto replies within Google Messages, and it'll even enhance pictures when you zoom into them. Some of those features are coming in December for the Pixel 8 Pro, but it's still pretty crazy to see how ahead of the game Google is with its AI technology. As for the rest of the specs, everything else is pretty much the same. It's got the same RAM and storage configuration as before. You'll be able to upgrade the Pixel 8 Pro to up to 1 TB of storage now. Both phones still support a water resistance of IP68, but the prices have increased by $100 on both models. The Pixel 8 starting price is now $699 instead of $599, while the Pixel 8 Pro is selling for $999 instead of $899. So it's definitely getting up there. I also can't help but notice that you might actually get a better value with a cheaper Pixel 8 based on all the changes we've just discussed. But I won't give my final thoughts on whether or not the Pixel 8 or 8 Pro is worth just getting yet, because I haven't even owned any of these devices. I will say that they do look promising, especially with that new massive 7-year update commitment. I just hope that it doesn't overheat as easily as the Pixel 7 Pro. I'll definitely be sure to let you guys know in my full review, so make sure to get subscribed with the notification bell turned on to be among the first to see it when it drops. Anyways, click this video right here to learn about every new feature found within Android 14, the same software update that is running on the Pixel 8s. Thanks for tuning in once again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Kapow!